Hi, I'm Luke, and this is my brief presentation on my internship at Pentagram in the summer of 2023. So, to begin with, Pentagram is a design company located in the west part of London. So, it was about a 10-minute walk from where I lived, which was incredible as someone who has never really lived in London before. They are well known internationally for their kind of cutting edge graphic design work and their unique business model where it's not run by upper management, it's run by partners that run their own teams and bring their own business. So in this slide on the right is John Marshall, who essentially he's the partner that hired me. He does industrial design. I believe he's been there about 7, 8 years as they're trying to branch out into other sectors. This is just a small studio tour. It's not like a traditional office or anything. It's very spacious, it's very open. Always you'll be seeing people having discussions, having meetings, and it's just generally quite nice and easy to talk to people there. This is just a little snapshot of my working area that I was at for the time that I was there. It's very spacious. It has practically everything you need. You can bring in your own laptops or technology, whatever helps you work the best, and unlimited access to stuff like paper and just resources, card, anything you need, was really handy. So on a day-to-day basis, it kind of depends on the project you're doing. The more physical projects require you to be in the workshop, potentially making stuff, doing stuff with electronics. Some days you will have a lot more meetings. It'll be very client-led. You'll have to meet up with them. They might come in person, it might be online. And then the other days it's just quite hands-on. Sometimes it's just on the computer, just doing presentations maybe or 3D CAD or anything. So it's quite varied in what you do, but it's a nice variation. Just a brief explanation of my first project, which was for a Indian, I believe it's the third biggest beverage company in India, is one of the clients we have. So I was doing concept generation and ideation for them. Quite a bit of this. I believe I worked on it for about 3 to 4 weeks. This was quite a fun project. So this is my second project that I was working on for a company called Heights. They're a probiotics company who want to venture out into the children's market. So they want to design a unique, interactive, and fun bottle for kids to well, sell their product to that kind of market. So I believe I worked on this for about 4 to 5 weeks as I was there. It was quite a fun project. Did a lot of drawing, concept generation, again, ideation for it, and learned quite a few things in this process. So this is a smaller project. It was about a week long. One of the other partners at Pentagram approached us just like, can you do something quick? So me and one of the other interns run it. We had to like create them this really high quality box to hold a bunch of things for I think it's under NDA, so I don't think I'm allowed to say it, but for what they were doing, they needed a really nice box for it to show their clients. So we were tasked with doing that. It was surprisingly fun because it was really hands-on and surprisingly a lot goes into making just a single box. So some days it would just be some of the team members kind of teaching me and giving me tutorials on skills that I could bring back to uni and skills that would help my portfolio. So on the left is Keyshot. I had I like a 5 hour tutorial one day just going over things like lighting, composition, and materials. It was insanely useful and yeah. One of the best parts was the outings. We had a lot. I have a ton of photos, but I couldn't put them all in here, I think, due to the time restriction. However, this was one of the first outings we had. I think it was my third day there, so it was a little overwhelming. But it was this kind of event for this product release, and well, my team was the one that designed it. So it was this massive networking event with all this like really fancy food and stuff, and it was my first time like actually networking with people because I was an industrial designer. I wasn't a student. I was a professional at that point. So Speaking to people was really fun. They kind of like listen to what you have to say. You listen to this. Yeah, it was quite nice just meeting people in different fields as well. I met a lot of people in software development. They were really interested in what I do. And yeah, this was a really fun experience. Here are just a few more experiences. On the left, we have like we celebrate everybody's birthday and like leaving ceremonies. Again, a ton more pictures, but I feel like these ones just kind of encompass what we do. On the right was the Pentagram party in Margate, where we spent an entire day just partying. Essentially, it was quite wild. It was really fun. It's just a picture of me and the other interns that were there at the time. I'd say developing relationships with other people was probably one of like the most fun aspects there, just making new friends with other people who are in similar and like even unrelated fields. One of the good friends that I made in the middle in the right picture, he works with refugees in Rwanda and he's really kind of inspired my own design process now that I'm back at university. Um, but yeah, it's been a pleasure meeting all of them and just forming like genuine bonds that will probably last quite a while. So yeah. In terms of my future career, my next steps are to just build an insanely strong portfolio. I was exposed to a lot of people who have done quite incredible things with their like the same degree that I'm studying. But ultimately, it all requires a lot of hard work. So I think starting my own company is it's nice to know that it's a possibility and it's definitely something that I want to work towards. But I feel like having done the internship I did, a lot of the naivety has been kind of reduced. I kind of know a lot more about what's actually expected and the work that's required. Yeah, that is my presentation. Sorry for running over. I think it's 7 minutes long now. But yeah, thank you.